Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys coming by the channel to check today's video out. And guys, today I want to have another conversation about why I'm losing faith in the future of bass fishing. And a lot of you guys say, well, man, Randy, all you do is negative and talk about negative things. It's like, guys, if we don't, you can never fix a problem if you don't acknowledge the problem. It's like you can't sweep stuff under the rug just because people don't want to hear about it. And when it comes to the future of our fishing, that's exactly what we're doing. And that's what I'm going to talk about, why I'm just losing faith in the future of the sport. And I'm going to explain to you guys why that is, and just the slim sliver of chance that we have to turn it around. I want to also talk into that, sort of give you guys something on a positive note with it. But man, this has been on my mind a lot. You guys know that's been watching the channel a lot, so we're going to get into that in today's video. Also, guys, thank you very much. Everybody is taking time to support the channel by subscribing to the channel, guys. If you want to do something that really helps the channel out and it's free and easy, if you subscribe to the videos, if you hit that like button, share the videos, comment on the videos, a good way to help it. And also, guys, thank you very much for support of the channel. All you guys have been using all the links that I put in my video description. Those links are really what keeps the channel on YouTube. So a big thank you from everybody here at the house for everybody's been doing that. Really appreciate that. Okay, guys, the reason I wanted to do this video, I was thinking a lot about that interview that Kevin Van Dam did with Dave Mercer last week. I did the video on it, and I was basically talking about how I was sort of disappointed in what Kevin said, that, you know, he was sort of normalizing forward-facing sonar, even though you could tell he was concerned about it a little bit. There was sort of I don't know, it wasn't really apathetic. It was sort of like it was way too down the middle, sort of like not wanting to offend everybody, playing both sides of the fences. And I got thinking about it a lot throughout the course of the week, and this is a prime example about why I just don't have a lot of faith in the future of the sport, because what we're having right now is we have a combination of a lot of angler apathy, a lot of angler misinformation, a lot of spin, and we have a lot of people in this industry that have harmed the sport by trying to normalize things like, you know, the technological advances in the sport and the increase of fishing pressure and the increase in how many anglers are on the water and the pollution issues that we have and the climate change issues that we have that are affecting the future of the sport. And this normalization and this sort of whitewashing and just, you know, just this nonsense of urgency is why I don't have a lot of, you know, confidence in the future of the sport. I just don't. I don't see anybody out there that is sort of like the firewall against this. It's like in the past, we've always relied upon the tournament organizations to sort of set the standard and to be the leaders that sort of address these issues right on. But guys, I got to tell you, I don't have any confidence whatsoever in the tournament leadership in this country. I mean, we all know NPFL has gone a long way in banning forward-facing sonar, but when you're talking in terms of the real movers and shakers in the sport, which are the Bassmaster and MLF, I don't see that sense of urgency. I see like this immediate short-sighted vision on a business model within their organization. And one of the things about it, it's like, yeah, it is a for-profit business, but guys, we don't have hardly anyone else that has the clout or the positions of power to address these issues that I'm talking about that are really threatening the future of our sport. It's like a lot of people out there, I understand there's a lot of bass anglers out there that for some reason they have this war on science. And a lot of it, there's a lot of reasons I don't want to go into in the video here. But there's a lot of people out there that don't understand the urgency when we come to the conservation and environmental issues that affect the water quality of the lakes and rivers across the country. Our water quality is degrading across the country. There's been no efforts whatsoever to like curtail the spraying of chemicals and herbicides on our waters that have aquatic vegetation. We have mercury contamination in most every lake across the country, from sulfur dioxide emissions, different plants across the country. We have people in positions of power that are deregulating industry and undermining environmental safeguards that are further endangering our water quality as we speak right now. So we don't have anybody, guys. We don't have any governmental agencies that are responsible for this right now. We don't have the tournament organizations. And we have this war on science that undermines the reality of things like point source pollution, climate change issues, things that affect the sustainability of the sport and the ecosystem. And this is one of the things a lot of people don't understand about, like pollution issues and climate change issues. These incremental changes that we have that affect our environment, they start at the bottom of the food cycle and they work up. So the entire balance, the entire ecosystem, from the smallest zooplankton to insects up to the bigger predators, it's all interconnected with a chain. And when you break one of those chains, then you affect the whole system at some point, and we don't have that awareness. Nobody brings that out. Nobody talks about that. And then again, this whole thing, and we've been into it 100 times before about technology in the sport, guys. We don't have anyone putting the brakes on it right now. The only reason that organizations like Bassmaster have done anything about, limiting forward-facing sonar is their viewerships have been affected by it. They're bleeding members, people don't want to watch it. So it was a business decision for them to make that change. Same with other tournament organizations, but they don't do it for the right reasons. The right reasons is for the threat that it poses to the sustainability of this sport in the long term from a bunch of different reasons. But again, that's not the point. That's not why they do it. So until we have a paradigm shift in this industry, we have got to have a complete paradigm shift to the point of where we're not short-sighted and we're looking at what we're going to hand off to future generations. And we don't have that right now. I have seen nobody from our current governmental agencies to the tournament directors to the media to anybody. I've seen nobody out there that's got this long-term vision of sustainability that we've got to have. And if we don't do it, guys, we're going to be looked at the biggest villains of this planet for what we've done to the sport and our environment. It's all connected. It's like a lot of people say, they don't want to hear me talk about environmental issues and stuff, but you can't separate the two. It's like when you're talking about a sport that our very playing field, I don't care if you fish or if you hunt or whatever, our playing field depends on the health and vibrancy of the environment on a ton of different levels. And if you are going to undermine that playing field, you're basically just destroying everything that you love. And a lot of people, the problem that you have with that is, again, it goes back to this whole war on reality and science, that people think that it doesn't exist. Just because they can't see it, and just because a few people made some predictions that didn't come through in a timely manner, it undermines the legitimacy of it. But there's a reality of the situation that can't be denied. And the reality of that situation is that technology, especially this advancing AI technology, the combination of environmental degradation, the overfishing, all that stuff together, it will destroy this sport. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only variable is how long it's going to take to do that. Nature is very resilient if we let it. I mean, like I said, if humans disappeared from this planet, tomorrow, it doesn't matter how bad we screwed this planet up, it's going to recuperate in, 200 or 300 years like we weren't even here before. But that's the decision that we have to make. I mean, do we want to put ourselves in that position out of our own ignorance and stupidity and denial of science and greed and misinformation and people that double down on this reality? And I don't understand that. One of the most frustrating things I've ever seen is when I talk about issues that threaten the sustainability of the sport. You think that would be somebody that everybody could get behind that. Who could not get behind wanting our sport to be sustainable and vibrant? Guys, you wouldn't believe it. It's like when I talk about this stuff, and I'll get the same blowback in this video, people just get pissed about it. It's like they get pissed when you talk about sustainability of our sport, and they think it's just going to be fine and take care of itself. So, like I said, it's a combination of a lot of stuff. It's a combination of misinformation, disinformation, lack of education, apathy, just short-centered vision, just people worried about their own deal and not worried about anything else. And that's one of the things that I hate about forward-facing sonars. It has no inherent value to the sustainability or future or the betterment of the sport. It's all about me, how can I catch more fish? How can it be easier for me to catch fish? That's one of the things I hate about it. But anyway, guys, I can tell you right now, and I'll wind up on one thing here. I have been digging deep into this AI, this AI explosion we're going through right now. Guys, it will scare the crap out of you. I have been listening to experts on it, people that are in the field with it. And if we don't wake up, this AI is going to take us down. It's basically going to make humans irrelevant. It's going to make it where everybody is a peasant. It's going to take everybody's job. I mean, it's going to take, even people that have like plumbers and, carpenters, they're going to have robotics. I was listening to this one guy that had part in developing AI. He said that within a matter of the next 20 years, AI robotics will be taking plumbing jobs and carpenter jobs. And everybody on this planet is basically going to be a peasant to AI if we don't do something about it. And the problem is we don't have anybody that is putting the brakes on this right now. We don't have anybody to do that. So the only way that it starts is from legislation. It's like you cannot, people say, well, like, Randy, that's fine. You need to, walk the walk and talk the talk. Guys, you can't, in our society today, you can't make changes incrementally, individually. The only way that you can affect change in a positive way in our world in 2025 is through political legislation. Be very careful about who you decide to put in positions of power. And you need to really do your due diligence and study, what their positions are on these things that affect us, the people that love to hunt and fish, environmental sustainability, things that really threaten the future of this planet. Because there's a bunch of short-sighted, greedy, incompetent people that are in charge of everything right now. Bass fishing, every part of this country right now we're in. And it's not a sustainable model. And you can call me negative and you can call me bitching and whining and complaining, but check back with me in about 25 or 30 years if I'm still here, and we'll see how true my predictions were or not. So anyway, guys, thanks everybody out there that's fighting the good fight right now. I really appreciate everybody that's got my back on this thing, and we'll talk later.